James Spoovy here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. We're pleased now to be joined on the CTV set by head coach Richard Taylor of the Centennial Coyotes. Coach, going into your 34th season at the helm here, first question I have for you, what has kept you here at Centennial for so long?
Oh, wow. That's kind of an easy question. I really care about the kids that are here. We've got special students, athletes, and teachers here at this school, and I'm fortunate to be here.
Coach, you know, you've got the 7 championships, so many section wins, division titles, all that stuff, but to graduate almost 300 athletes, they move on to college, they have all these different endeavors and achievements in their lives outside of football. Is that one of the most gratifying things for you outside of all of your victories and trophies and everything you've gotten here with the Coyotes?
That is a lot more important than the other stuff that you mentioned. I think we're up to 336 kids that we helped move on. Now, not everybody went to ASU or U of A. Some went to Division II, Division III schools, but you know, they're there and they're getting help financially, and I occasionally hear from those guys how they're doing, and it's a real honor to be a small little part of helping them along.
Coach, how do you approach that when a student athlete comes to you and says, hey, Coach, I want to go play at Clemson, I want to go play for the Sun Devils, I want to go play, and how do you impress on them? It's not necessarily the actual school that you go to, but the opportunity to go play football, get your education taken care of, maybe in full, and then move on with your life and really do something?
Well, you know, I actually think it's probably more fun to go to a D2 or D3 school. You go D1, you are theirs. You do exactly what they say. You take the classes that they say. You're up at 6 o'clock in the morning for breakfast, then lifting, then running, then practice, then meetings. And I think you can have a chance to become more of a student athlete if you go to someplace like Lake Forest. Costs $61,000 a year to go there, which prohibits most kids from even thinking about it. We got 5 kids at Lake Forest right now, right on the lake, beautiful campus, and nobody's paying more than $5,000 a year. Wow. Now, I could do that as a parent. I couldn't do the 61. And those kids say, yeah, we have a lot of fun. I've talked to a lot of our D1 guys. It is a business. You are there first to play football. You're not there as a student. You're a athlete student. At other places, you are a student athlete, which I think is probably suits more kids better.
Coach, 52 years in football, how has the game changed from day one, your first day in Ohio with the schools you coached at there to now, and have you had to adjust much over these 50 plus years?
Oh yeah, things have really changed. You know, just from football standpoint, in Ohio State, Woody Hayes was run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and win. And I still think that is pretty much true today. You know, if you can get your running game going, you're probably going to win. But that isn't what people want. People want to see the ball going through the air, whether it's caught or not. Oh, or yeah, you know, and that is what we want to see on TV. We don't want to see some great running back run for 3 yards and you can't see who has the ball. And so that has really changed. And I think the way that we treat athletes has really changed. You know, 52 years ago, I didn't think anything about grabbing a kid's face mask and pulling it to me saying, son, don't you have any guts? I probably wouldn't be able to get away with that today.
No.
And actually, you know, I was just mimicking what my coaches did.
Sure.
And later, when I had children, I thought, you know, I wouldn't want anybody doing that to my kid. I would hope somebody would build them up, encourage them, lead them, not terrorize them. And, you know, back when I played at high school in the 60s, we respected our coaches, but we were also afraid of them. No one talked back. That was, you know, that never happened. You never questioned. And so I think the game has gotten better in lots of ways. You know, the way the kids are treated, And football is going to evolve. It will go back to running the ball as soon as everybody gets caught up on RPOs and that is no longer working. Somebody will say, you know what? I found this old offense. It's called the wing T. And,
Yes.
And with people running 3-4s today, 3-4s is 3-4 defense is not very good against the wing T, which has people going in all directions, and you want to run the ball and keep the ball in time of possession. We'll probably get back to that someday.
What have been some of your fondest memories as head coach of the Coyotes here at Centennial High School?
Oh, wow. I have so many. One of them, and I talked to Coach the other day, at our first season when we had just freshmen, we played Agua Fria and they beat us 64-0. 64-0. And I talked to him and he said, Coach, I shouldn't have done that to you. And I said, that's okay, because 4 years later, those same kids played the same kids over there at Agua Fria, and we beat them on the last play of the game. And that is a very fond memory of those kids working so hard, believing even when things didn't look good, and working hard and believing that something positive can be done if we stay together and work together.
Coach, your son has been your defensive coordinator for going on 23 years now.
Yeah.
Talk about the relationship having him by your side running your defense, and that's got to be kind of special. Do you guys talk when you outside of school? Do you guys talk football when you're kind of hanging out as a family, or you just kind of talking shop, preparing for games?
Yeah, when they're over, my wife says, "No football, no football," and it's just a habit, something that we've grown to do. And Andrew has been a very important part of our winning. He was the one that established the weight program. He was the one that I think he has 79 shutouts now, and that doesn't count games that we're way up and we have everybody in and they score. And he was recently, I got a telephone call from this guy. Hey, this is Bobby Williams down in Arkansas. Is this Coach Taylor? I said, yes, sir, it is. He said, I got an award here, and I thought the award was for me. It wasn't for me. It was for my son. This group selects a defensive coordinator, one defensive coordinator from each state.
Wow.
And he said, do you know Andrew Taylor? And I said, yes, sir, I know him pretty well. I burped him, changed his diaper. He goes, oh, he's your son. He's your son. Is that what you're saying? I said, yeah, he's my son. He said, he's been selected as the defensive coach from the state of Arizona. And well-deserved. He works really hard. When we have an opponent, he watches every single play. So if it's the ninth game, there's a lot of plays to watch. I watch, a couple games and go, okay, I got the idea. And I said, why do you do that? He said, because I don't want them to run anything that our kids haven't seen, either on paper or on field, because I want them to look good. I want them to play good. And with that kind of dedication, you're going to have success.
Speaking of the coaching staff, how important is it to try to keep the core group together of coaches year in and year out, and how does that affect the football team as a whole?
I think that's extremely important. And we've had a group of core coaches, probably 7, 8, that have been here since we started. And the other ones that come in, like Hal Borhauer, he was school board president, and he just came up, and he ran the Pop Warner Association for Peoria. And he came up to me one day and he said, I've coached for 10 or 15 years. Do you need any help? I said, we always need help. And he stayed, and he's been with us forever. Joe McDonald played at U of A. Mm-hmm. He's been our offensive line coach for years. And Cam Bennett came along, who played here and played at Cal. He helps Joe with the offensive line. And there's Andrew played here, played at Tulsa, then came back. So I think we have like 12 guys that went away and played and came back. They know our culture. They know what's expected. And when you walk into a new place and you don't understand what's expected, what's not acceptable, it takes you a little while. So those guys that have played here, they walk in and they know exactly how things should be run.
Coach, big Thursday night tilt with South Point Catholic coming
Yep.
in here. Break down the Lancers. What do you see from them? And another big game on your schedule, the fourth game of your schedule.
Yep. They are one of the best, if not the best, team in Tucson. And we have run into some pretty good teams. This will be another one. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I see us getting better every week, even though that hasn't really panned out as far as wins are concerned. We're getting better. I remember one year we went 0-3 and then ran the table and won the state championship. And they are a really good team. Their pass and run game is good. They play good defense. They have tough kids. They get some of the best kids out of Tucson. So this is going to be another tough game for us.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about a couple of gentlemen who have transferred over here in Nico Boncor Montoya and then Shamar Berryhill.
Yep.
Berryhill coming from Sabino down in Tucson.
Yep.
And then Boncor Montoya over from just down the street at Cactus High School. Those guys are going to be eligible to play in just a few short weeks. What will they mean to the program when they're able to put those pads on finally?
Both of them are game changers. And I didn't know who they were, didn't even know their names, even though they were that close. But once they said they were coming, I looked them up. I went, whoa, these two can play. They each already have offers. They both practice really hard. They are good teammates, and they are game changers.
Coach, even though you started off 0-3, you played three really good teams, Hamilton, Highland, Brophy. What are you learning about your football team in the midst of this adversity that you're going through, these challenges you're going through the first 3 weeks of your football season? What have you seen, and how are these young men developing over the course of the first month of football?
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of young kids playing. We've got 3 freshmen playing, which is really unusual for us. A lot of sophomores, a lot of guys being the man, the guy that's starting. Most of this team were backups last year. And the thing that I found out about great young kids, they build you up just to break your heart. And they go, I shouldn't have done that, should I? Nope, you shouldn't. But the only way you get better is by making mistakes. They're not going to get any better by saying, hey, you made a mistake, you're out. You hope that they learn from that, and they do. And, I don't like our record right now, but I'm not in despair. We are going to get better, and they are getting better every day, and eventually that is going to show on the scoreboard.
Coach Richard Taylor, head coach of the Centennial Coyotes, joining us here on the CTV set. Coach, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate visiting with you, and good luck the remainder of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.